All right, everyone. Now, I know I haven't made a video like this in a while, but I wanted to talk to you guys about Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, or Fantastic Beasts 3, and its poor performance at the box office and what it could possibly mean for the future of not just the Fantastic Beasts films, but also any future theatrical movie in the Harry Potter franchise. Because if you look right here, domestically, Fantastic Beasts 3 opened to $42.1 million. Now, that is not good because this is the lowest opening for any film in the Harry Potter franchise, at least in the US. That's not good. And internationally, it made $150 million. Now, you might be asking, well, why is that a bad thing? It is a bad thing when you consider that internationally, it was actually already out for a week, at least in some countries. It didn't open everywhere internationally. It did open in a lot of countries, and it's already been out for a week, and it only brought in $150 million, which again is not good. And combined, they make a little over $192 million. And when you consider that the production budget for this movie is $200 million, add in another $100 million for marketing, this movie would need to make at least over $800 million to even be considered profitable. And I don't think that that's going to happen. Now, before I continue, let me just clarify, breaking even is not the same as making a profit. Okay, those two are completely different things. There are some people who might conflate the two, but no, breaking even just means the studio made its money back, as in the amount of money they put into the film, they made that money back. But that doesn't mean that the movie was profitable. Okay, so it needs to make more than the amount of money they originally invested in order for it to be considered profitable. So yeah, I don't think this movie is going to like make a profit for Warner Brothers. I don't even think this movie is going to break even. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think that at best, all they can hope for is for it to break even. I don't think it's going to be considered profitable. I don't think so. Now, again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's whatever. But that's what I think is going to happen based on based on how it performed already at the box office. Now, let's get into just for a second before I talk about the what I think is going to happen in the future of the Fantastic Beasts films and any future Harry Potter movie. I want to talk about why this even happened. Why is it performing so poorly at the box office? Well, one reason you could consider is the fact that this movie got delayed a lot. And not just delayed, but for a long time, we had absolutely no information. A lot of people were wondering whether or not this movie was even going to happen. And one of the reasons why is because there was something going on with the movies, or at least with the Fantastic Beasts films, in regards to a certain actor, which I don't think I can talk about because I've seen from other content creators that YouTube apparently doesn't really like you talking about that. So it's whatever. But there are other people who are way more qualified than me to talk about that. And if you know, you know. If you don't, then I highly recommend you look into it. It's really interesting. But another thing that could attribute to why this movie is performing poorly at the box office is because of this. So if you don't know, Ezra Miller, who plays Aurelius Dumbledore in Fantastic Beasts 3, well, he's been getting into some trouble in real life. If you don't know, there was an incident a little over a year ago involving a woman who got basically physically assaulted by Ezra Miller. I can't remember where. I think they were in the Netherlands or Denmark, if I remember correctly. It's been a while, but yeah, he basically physically assaulted a woman, and there was actual video of it happening. And then later on, just I can't remember if it was like a few weeks ago, or maybe it wasn't that long ago. Ezra Miller got into more trouble in Hawaii, if I remember correctly, where he basically got into trouble with some people in a bar or a karaoke bar, and then later on, and then he got arrested for that, and then a couple bailed him out, and then he basically threatened harm on that couple and stole their belongings. So Ezra Miller is just creating more and more bad PR for Warner Brothers, and that could attribute to why the movie didn't really perform all that well, because people saw this and they thought, well, I don't want to go support a movie that has someone who acts like this. And you have people now calling for him to be replaced with Grant Gustin, who, if you don't know, plays Barry Allen in the CW TV show. Now they're asking for him to be basically the Barry Allen in the movies, not just in the TV show. So that's what's happening with him. And I think that, just again, it being delayed, the situation with that actor, again, you know, if you know, you know, and then the whole Ezra Miller thing, I think all those things combined could be the reason as to why this movie didn't perform all that well, because I think it heavily affected the marketing, and of course the fact that Warner Brothers didn't really give us any information for the movie for a long time. We didn't even know it was called The Secrets of Dumbledore. We just thought it was Fantastic Beasts 3. But anyway, like, okay, what could this mean for the future of the Fantastic Beasts films? Well, from what I know, as of this point, or at least as of the recording of this video, they haven't greenlit Fantastic Beasts 4, because if you don't know, there are supposed to be 5 Fantastic Beasts films. That's what they originally had planned, and this is the 3rd one, of course. But as of now, they have not greenlit Fantastic Beasts 4, and I don't know whether they are, because I think that they're going to look at this, they're going to look at the box office for this movie, and they're going to think, okay, well, yeah, I think it's probably better if we just don't, greenlight another movie, because maybe people are not interested in this franchise, which to me is kind of surprising to hear, because this is a movie that is set in the wizarding world. I think that a lot of people just, like, they don't really care enough about these characters. Even Dumbledore and Grindelwald, I don't think is really enough to bring people to the theater to actually watch this film. I just think that people in general are just not liking the story, and I think that they might not move forward with Fantastic Beasts 4 and 5, especially if this movie is officially a flop at the box office. I don't think that it's I don't think it's going to happen. Again, it depends. If the movie breaks even, then I think Fantastic Beasts 4 has a higher chance of being greenlit. But even then, I think the chance of that, while they'd be higher, I don't think it would be that high. And do I think that they could make more Harry Potter movies? Maybe. I think that they would probably have to wait. They probably have to wait until people like forget about this, and even then, some people are still going to remember. And yeah, I just think it's not good. It's not looking good for Warner Brothers. It's not looking good for Fantastic Beasts 3. Again, I think the best that Warner Brothers could hope for is for it to break even. I don't think this movie is going to be profitable, if I'm being honest. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and honestly, I don't even know whether it's going to break even, but that's the best that they could hope for at this point. But anyway, guys, those are just my thoughts on what's going on with Fantastic Beasts 3 and the box office, and how it could affect the Harry Potter films in the future. Again, at least, like I said, just on the theatrical side, I think that they could still make money with the Harry Potter universe in other ways. Of course, you've got the video game, Hogwarts Legacy is going to come out. That's going to be big. J.K. Rowling can still write books if she wants to. Maybe she doesn't. At least I don't think so. So they can still make money there. And yeah, I don't know what's going to happen to this universe, again, just on the theatrical side. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you for the next one. And bye for now.